Let's double venture, because why not? And let's make some more creatures, I guess. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we are going on epic adventure with Orzhov. And of course, as with every venture deck, we have 4 Nadaars, Selfless Paladin, one of the best, if not the best venture card ever printed so far, at least in digital format. So, what the deck is about? It's a bit of control, a bit of aggro, but I really like the interactions in this deck. This is one of the few decks that makes Depopulate really awesome. And you can ask, why is that? Why do we want to kill our own creatures? First of all, we have Edgar, and Edgar loves dying. Whenever Edgar dies, he feels a bit happier in his undead life. Because of course you get the tokens and they are coming back in time. What more, Edgar is multicolored, so you get to draw a card with Depopulate and you basically gain value, while the enemy is getting rid of all the value in the board. So a really good combination, even though you know, paid for mana for this. Generally it's good interaction because enemy needs to commit more to the board to go through Edgar, because a 4/4 is usually a very strong blocker. So they usually play extra creatures just to match Edgar, and then you sweep and you don't really lose anything. What more? Triumphant Adventurer, very interesting card, definitely a little bit of meme, but at the same time in this deck I think we maximize how we use it. So basically for 2 mana it's an early game thing that does adventure stuff. So you can start with all the triggers and you know, you can start with the treasures faster and so on, especially with Nadaar. So when Nadaar comes into battlefield, you can actually go for the already second chapter, so you get a ramp or additional creature, because this one can attack and this one comes into battlefield. However, outside of this, late game adventurer is not the best creature, and this is where the rest of the deck comes into play. We have Deadly Dispute and also Depopulate. And as you can see, Adventurer is a multicolored creature with Death Touch. So he's a very good blocker because he trades with everything. And at the same time, when you decide it's enough, enemy has way too many creatures on the board compared to us, we just sweep with the Depopulate and we draw the card, and usually, most of the time, enemy doesn't. So it's basically a sweeper that draws you a card, which is amazing. And in this situation, Adventurer does not hurt. It's basically like delay tactic that gives you more time until enemy just floods the board. And the Death Touch is generally really strong at making sure that the enemy doesn't go super aggressive without some preparation. And when he prepares, you just sweep everything. Alright, enough about the Depopulate, but I like the card that, you know, in this deck it actually benefits the multicolored effect, and this is what we wanted with the Depopulate. Usually it's the drawback. In this deck it's actually an upside. Other than this, our late game is Invoke Despair. You need to draw it because it's not easy looking from my games, but definitely a strong finisher. It deals a lot of damage, it deals with everything enemy has on the board, and basically it just draws you a lot of cards. Because as you can see, we don't have a lot of card draw, we just play a lot of cards that give you a little bit of value. We of course have Sorin, and we also have Deadly Dispute. However, Deadly Dispute is not like strictly card draw really, because you sacrifice 2 things to get 2 cards, so you know, it helps, but it's not really like super positive in the card draw. Unless you sacrifice Spirited Companion, which is really good fodder for everything we want to do. So as you can see, we are playing a lot of cards that don't mind dying to Depopulate. Depopulate is like a big play of the deck, while Invoke Despair is like finisher to just, you know, close the game after we did some damage. The other option would be also to play some Mythic massacres to be more aggressive with the damage, but then you miss the card and sometimes you don't sweep. So Depopulate is a bit of a harder, you know, sweeper than Mythic is, especially that we have some RAM, but it's not that amazing. Other than this, we of course have some Trespasser because it's good against any kind of graveyard shenanigans, and we also have creatures that love going into graveyards. So this drain will happen quite often, And also the ward is of course very strong protection. This is actually the one card you don't want to cast if you aim for Depopulate later. So if that's the play you plan to make in like 2-3 turns, maybe keep up this Trespasser, because this is a card that is really hard to deal with, and you killing it with Depopulate is not great. So do it only in emergency, and generally try to trade it before you sweep the board. And of course we have March, because it's very versatile against everything, and some Field of Ruins because we are playing 2-color deck, so we don't need to, you know, go overboard with all the non-basic lands. We also run Hagra Mauling, so we can cast lands. Oh my god, play lands, but if we see that we are flooding, and sometimes it happens, at least to me, in the games, you definitely can go with a lot of removal and just try to clear the board out of those small blockers that prevent you from killing the enemy. And Nadaar is really good at applying pressure since start of the game, so generally if you have choice between the Trespasser and Nadaar, if you don't think this will get removed, Nadaar is better, because it can attack and block at the same turn, and also give you some value extra with the Venture. Trespasser is better as a finisher and just an annoying creature that they cannot remove, but it lacks a bit of power compared to Nadaar. So sometimes this last 2-3 damage matters, so don't forget about it. And don't forget that there is Tomb of Annihilation. Sometimes this 1-3 life or something like this might make a difference. So sometimes you might choose it as a second dungeon just to finish the enemy. Alright, that was the intro. As always, subscribe if you like the channel, if you like the decks. I really appreciate all support from you guys. I really love reading comments and all the positive feedback. Thank you for this. And I hope you enjoyed this deck. I think this one is really sweet. It goes with the mechanics that are not super popular, like Venture of course, and even Edgar is not like usually super hyper played, but I think the deck is really sweet and tries to make a lot of synergies to make up for the Triumphant like lack of power in like vacuum. So we are trying to give him the power, and the deck plays really nice. So if you like having some fun while still being pretty competitive, I think the deck is definitely like worth a try. So with that being said, let's go into the games. Alright, that's actually super good hand. So we start with Spirited Companion into Deadly Dispute into Nadaar. Sounds good to me. It's basically one of the best starts we can have with this deck, I feel. Let's go for the black mana for Invoke Despairs, and let's start with the dog. It's super cool. And wolves. Alright, that's that's some quality content. Okay, that's a bit worse. We could bait it probably. I don't think Deadly Dispute is the play. I think we want Nadaar. It's just a bit better. We want the one with the treasure, I would say. Yeah, let's get the treasure. And Scry is actually decent. Do we draw a card? Not yet. It has to attack. I think it's a bit too slow right now in this situation. It's not the worst, and it wouldn't be a bad draw, but I think we have better. Okay, that's kinda perfect. I guess we need to get rid of the Talia in the end. We are at 18, so we have a lot of time. Okay. I see. So how do we play it out? I think it's just Vanishing Verse on Talia. Talia is just so annoying that it's worth a full turn. We cannot even cast Depopulate because of the tax. Okay, that's pretty perfect. Okay, so this changes how we play. This is pretty perfect. And the enemy is thinking about the Emperor, so he might not attack. Okay, nice, we bluffed the Emperor. Well, in reality, we are going for full sweeper mode. We get the treasure, so even if we miss on the lands, we still get to cast the Depopulate. And suddenly, just like this, We got everything, and enemy has nothing. Oh boy, that's so brutal. Man, I really like this deck. It's really fun. Everything works perfectly with each other. Okay, sure. And now we can start going into Vanishing Verse universe. Let's play like this. And see what the next dungeon is. Actually, I think this is better now. Let's get a creature. Crazy. And you know what? We are the aggressor. I want to kill the enemy quite quickly with this one. I won't be playing Hagra Mauling. I think removal is much better, and with 6 mana in total we are fine. Enemy has apparitions for base. But problem is that Nadaar is actually a 3-3. Like it's fun. It shows how they are scared of Nadaar, because basically they trade the full removal effect just to remove this venture ability, and that's not great for them, to be honest. All right, so we go probably with Hagra Mauling. Okay, I will go greedy. Enemy has no sweepers because they play aggro. Yeah, they cannot answer. I wanted to Vanishing Verse the apparition and keep attacking, just so we pressure them and finish the game faster. Alright, going first with a double land, Dock, Deadly Dispute and Nadaar. Actually, it's really good. I really like this opening. And going first is so much better because we get to basically play more cards and more lands at the same time. So let's start with the Dock. I'm super tempted to just go for Nadaar, and there's high chance we actually do it. Like, Nadaar is so cool. Okay, Ranger class, so pretty slow opening from our opponent. Let's go for the Sanctum, and of course Nadaar. Alright, and we can start making some adventures. We probably should get this one, right? Scry. Third Nadaar, I think it's a bit much. I think the second one will be useful. They usually level up this, put the counter at some point, and just trade. But I think in this case that would be a mistake, because he has basically empty board. Oh, something is going on. Naturalist, interesting. Alright. Let's start doing stuff. I think I want the Goblin. 3 creatures seems fine. Oh my god. Will he double block? Okay, he didn't take the bait. Unfortunately, I would love him to take the bait. Going black because we have Invoke Despair. And do we play something or just go? You know what? This is pretty good card. Like, Nadaar with Vigilance is so good because we can attack and still get all the adventure value. Oh boy, he really does not want Nadaar. Okay. Okay, I have idea. But we need to exile Double March for it. Not sure how good it is. We could also sacrifice it, but I think we have better tricks up our sleeves. And he cannot really attack because of the Death Touch, I think. He might try to attack with the Wolf and don't lose Naturalist. And like, this will be awkward at some point. Yeah, so I honestly like the play. To blockers. Whenever attacks venture into dungeon. I actually do not mind this attack. I think we use the March here. It's not the biggest deal, to be honest. So I can see that maybe I should have taken just 3 damage, but I think it's still a bit better this way. It's so hilarious. Put a counter, and the counter goes here so he cannot block. Adventurer, time of his life. Okay, and when he attacks with Naturalis, we just use the March, I guess. Alright, so which one is better? Surprise? Or just play Nadaar? I think just playing Nadaar is good enough, because it basically has the same effect. We draw a card. Oh, and our creatures are actually better and better. And let's go for a black again. Okay, that's actually super good. So now he cannot really attack us. We have March. Dock is fine. And we might start drawing cards whenever we like it. And also start another dungeon. We'll get another counter maybe. Okay, enemy feels on the defensive, which is a bit hilarious. He should be the attacker. Like, we can definitely attack, right? Let's make some decent attacking move. Let's double venture, because why not? And let's make some more creatures, I guess. We could even pressure him with this one. We have so much venture, but I still think this is better. No, this is way too late. This one is all we need. Like, I want to ramp the pressure. Like, the goblins are pretty strong. Having a 3/2/2 is no joke. And enemy is at 15. So I wonder what the play is. Like, if he keeps throwing creatures under the bus, is just not great. Like, it's good for us, but not great for him. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Alright. I honestly think this is the play. And the reason is that he needs to do a lot of stuff next turn, and Naturalis helps him to do the stuff. Without this, he lacks the tempo, especially that we have Vanishing Verse, so whatever he does, we probably exile it and he's dead next turn. With Naturalis, this deck can do basically like 5 plays in a row. Yeah, so this would be 1 mana, now it's basically his half a turn. I think we win next turn. Cool. Okay, so I will cast it just to eliminate one of the blockers, because there's high chance that we might kill him. And let's just attack. Venture for the win. I guess draining him is better, right? And let's keep drawing those cards, they are pretty sweet. We didn't hit Invoke, unfortunately. And the best part, oh my god, this will be a mythic play. He thinks he's smart. No, we are smart. No life gain for you, my friend. And now, he's dead. We just debuffed our whole board. Oh my god. I don't play with Nadaar a lot. How do you say it? Enough. So basically we got rid of our full buff and we didn't kill him anymore. We lacked 1 damage. Yeah, because that would be 5, this would be 6. And he was at 7. So I'm glad enemy also missed it, because we played equally bad. Alright, so, very strange turn. We need white mana. And if we get white mana, we are fine. Honestly, with Deadly Dispute, at some point we should balance the hand, and with so many swamps and Invoke Despair, thank you. That's what I felt, that we are on the winning side. Great start, great start. Alright, so we are going first without the early game. What are we playing against? Seems like a Boros. Pretty hard hand. We have some value. So you know what? Let's try to play like a more mid-range deck. And we start with this one because we don't play anything for 1 mana anyway. And we are against control. Oh my god, that's so bad. We need more pressure against control. Oh, that's actually perfect, thank you. It's even way too perfect because Trespasser would exile it if our removal didn't. Okay, Trespasser is actually super good. Because this kind of Esper has a lot of spot removal, and going to 4-1 is definitely bad for them. And if they don't do it... Okay, so they went straight ahead. Good choice. Because otherwise we would go for Deadly Dispute. This is extremely important draw. I guess Invokes are black. I heard. So let's go for Edgar. I don't think they have good answer to Edgar generally. Only March, but they need to play land and exile one card, right? Raffin. Raffin is painful. I guess let's start with Strong Smork. Man, the ward. The ward is a big deal. However, enemy does not play basic lands. And first time in the history of Magic, Hagra Mauling passive actually saved the game. Oh my god, I forgot it has passive, like it can cost 3 mana. Kaito. Okay, sure.
No secret is safe from me.
To be fair, I think we should get rid of the token.
Eyes are everywhere.
I'm not super sure about it, but I feel that we should play like this. Like, I know from playing Kaito myself that it hurts. Because suddenly he stopped being a draw engine. Oh, and we don't have mana, so we hold Deadly Dispute. Okay, great. I thought I have options. Okay. Land.
I know something you don't.
I would assume they have some lands. Well, a bit awkward, so I got punished for playing this one on black. Oh, Mythic Massacre, that's interesting. Okay. Lorf is definitely a huge problem.
Strong, for they consume the weak, and I the generous one.
Edgar is not great here. I think in this case we actually draw some more cards. We need more cards. Okay, that's exactly what I hoped for. And Edgar will produce some tokens anyway. So no, we have stuff. And both Lorf and Kaito is a big deal for him, and we still get to cycle the Invoke Despair. Hopefully we can get another one and like heal the board. Lorf is such a problem. We need to spare the tokens until the Edgar is back. The Edgar. The vampire. The vampire lord. All-seeing arbiter. Oh my god, we need Vanishing Verse. Oh man, he's drawing really well. To be fair, he's having a bit of a card draw, but still very, very strong draw. I think he basically drew all of the endgame that he has in the deck. Huh. So how do we do this? He will attack, so Eiganjo needs to be left. I would love to draw, but I think Adventurer is a bit more important. And let's go for Sweet Cute Dog. Oh no, we need white mana. Sure. Let's keep out the Beholder. Like, if he activates... It also shows that maybe we wanted Field of Ruin, so he might not expect a Eiganjo, or... Like, he knows it's not a Damper, because we don't have double white. So he might go greedy with the Arbiter, and that's something I really hope for. Like, we need to get rid of Arbiter, because it's insane mana, card advantage. And the minus on the attack is also annoying, especially when Edgar will be back. So we need to... like have those tokens when Edgar is back, so everything will be 2-2 and we will force some kind of sweeper. I bet he wants the Mythic Massacre now. Sure. Cycling. That's not great play. I don't like it. Like, he didn't use loyalty, he didn't use arbiter attack, and he basically tapped nearly all of the mana.
It's a
And
bargain.
enemies at 8. That's not a lot. Let's see this Arbiter attack. I think he will be desperate for cards. We do it now. First of all, he doesn't minus something. And also he won't have cards in response. Like, he will draw after. In case he has some protection. Oh my god, he also has the protection. They usually play like 1 or 2 in the whole deck, and he has not only Lorth, Arbiter. Oh my god, so hard. Like, he drew all the value cards from his deck basically. Okay, we take the damage. We don't really care about getting damage, we try to kill the enemy. But the fact that everything is minus is a bit annoying. Tenacious Underdog. Because why would you waste a single mana? Alright, so we can at least kill Olf, right? I guess let's start with the card draw, as we should. We might draw something. Okay, that's definitely something. Enemy is at 1 HP, right? We can cast Vanishing Verse because we have Field of Ruin. So then we get rid of the Tenacious Underdog. We attack for 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, we kill him! We actually kill him. Oh my god. Finally. Enemy might have 1 spell. I really hope he doesn't. And that is the plane. Edgar, I told you, when he's back, he actually makes a big difference. And the Venture. Oh my god, we missed one. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. Oh, I really am. I thought this has no summoning signal. Oh my god, I'm too sleepy for this one. So we have to attack like this then. Yeah, it has to be like this. Each player loses 1 HP. That's not good enough, right? 5, 6, yep. Do we dice on the other hand? I think we go for this one. Like, we can be aggressive and Rolf is down,
I'm sure you
so he will have trouble being aggressive. And Arbiter on its own cannot kill us. I hope. Even with Invoke Despair, if he has it, I don't think he has, but in the wild case he has it, we will be at 1 HP, and we can block with Lifing. So enemy is in the tough spot. Don't forget, he actually voluntarily discarded Midhook Massacre, the best card for the whole situation. He basically discarded his win condition. Oh, because he has another one. Oh boy, definitely going with perfect top decks since start of the game. Concealing Curtains, not enough mana. So I think we will depopulate. Edgar will get minus, but that's not an issue. Okay. Do we kill the Midhook? That's a big deal. Enemy deals 2 and heals. Huh. If we do it, we don't have enough mana, right? We might hit planes. Okay, so weird. We could exile our last card, but I just don't feel it would be great play to be left with top decks. Let's hope enemy doesn't have like perfect creature, like, I don't know, Lolf, Rafin, Kaito. Probably the best draws he can have. Of course! Why wouldn't he have another Lolf? Oh my god. Oh my god, what a hero. What a hero. But we are hanging in. Let's draw some cards. We hit 1 Invoke, right? In the whole game. Man, if we drew some more of them. Oh, land. Great. Feels great. That's not great anymore. I think we definitely need to exile the Mythic. We probably can do it as a surprise, but we don't have enough mana, so let's just wait. I guess Edgar needs to carry us. So we kill Mythic. I think he will attack, thinking that, you know... Oh my god, like, stop! Is this enough to kill us? I don't think enemy could have more perfect draw this game. Like, even this finisher, that's exactly the one card that we cannot, like, block. So if we exile this one, for example, we can. Then we double block this one, we go up to 5, then to 3, and 2 dice to 1. That's not great. But let's see how he plays. Card draw. Man, the second roll, even after all we've endured, it's still the... Oh my god, Rafin! Let's exile the card that he will target. Unfortunately, we need to do it. Okay. That's not what we wanted. But with... Oh my god, I don't think we can beat his top decks. It's just too much. Like, nearly everything could... okay, sure. That is definitely a play. So we can trade. I guess we are at 1. Yeah, I guess that's the play. We need Depopulate, and it's still not enough, right? Yeah, let's see the card, but I think we are dead. Edgar. Well, good game, but insane top decks, honestly.